Hey, what's up guys? Back with another video here, and today we're going to be talking about Rebels Funko Pops, the Ahsoka Show, and future Rebels Pops coming out next year. Let's go. Alright guys, so today we're going to take a look at all my Rebels Funko Pops. So I got the idea from this video from Andrea's live stream they had yesterday. I'll put the link down in the description below, where they were talking about pops they wanted to see in the Power of the Galaxy line, and Rebels Pops got brought up a lot. And you know, I happen to have almost the whole set, but then you know, there's a lot of people out there that don't have the Rebels Pops because they got into it late. And like, you know, a lot of people want them, but they're pretty pricey now. So I kind of wanted to show all the Rebels Pops that I have, and then talk about more that we're going to be getting next year. Because I'm like 99.9% sure a lot of these Rebel Pops, we're going to see newer versions of them next year for the Ahsoka Show. And then we'll kind of get into why I think that. There's an article we're going to take a look at as well. So first, we'll start by showing you my Rebels Pop collection, which I'm very proud of this. I love it. I'm so glad that when I got into Rebels, all the Pops were easy to get and just kind of like, they were shelf warmers. They were sitting on shelves, like they weren't moving, which was great for me back then. But now it's like they're so hard to get. So we'll start with this first one, good old Ezra Bridger. So number 134 in the line. So classic Ezra Pop. Then we got Chopper, number 133. So I love Chopper. Hands down, he's one of my favorite droids. Top 2 droids in my book for me. So we got the Chopper Pop. Next, we have my boy Kanan, 132. So there is the Kanan Pop from the line. Then, Hera Syndulla. I freaking love this Pop. And this was one of the ones they were talking about a lot yesterday on that stream. And like, we need more of this, and we're gonna get it. And I'll get to that a little bit later. Then, my guy Zeb. This one is awesome. He's number 137. And then up next we got Sabine Wren, who we recently did get her. Oh, I do have a Sabine Pop, another one. Well, the Power of the Force one, I don't know where she is. She's somewhere. But we're gonna just look at the OG Rebels Pop. But they did release that Sabine, so we did get another Sabine. There's this one that's number 135, and then they also had a Walgreens exclusive, which shout out to my brother. I got this off him for a really good deal. This is number 131, where she has the helmet on. So very excited to see her in the Ahsoka Show, and I'm just hoping she has crazy bright, colorful Mandalorian armor and hair, just like she did in the show. Speaking of Ahsoka, we have the Hot Topic exclusive number 130 Ahsoka from Rebels. Now this one has shot up a ton. And then we also have another Ahsoka. It's from the LA Comic-Con. I forgot what year this was. Wow, this is an older one because it says Stan Lee's LA Comic-Con. I know they changed the name, but this is number 130 as well. It's the same as the Hot Topic, but just glow in the dark. So this one is a gem too. Like, so glad I have this one. So those are the Ahsokas. Alright, so before I get into the villains, you're a bad guy. We got good old Captain Rex from the Smuggler's Bounty Box. So we got old man Rex right there. I freaking love this one. Anything Captain Rex clones, I have to have. And then this was a Star Wars Celebration 2017 Orlando exclusive. It's Imperial Chopper from the episode where he kind of snuck in and he had to change his paint. So this is probably one of my favorite Rebels Pops that I have. Just because the story behind getting it, camping out the Funko booth in Orlando, and was able to get him with the con sticker. So now, this was a more recent one. This was last year. This is the Imperial Super Commando. So this was pretty easy to get. I think it's still sold out, but it wasn't like super hard to get at first. So there's this one. Now we got all the bad guys. So And it's crazy because people want these so bad now. All three of these I got from Walmart.com for $4.97. They all sat on the website in stores, $5. I remember I was gonna get a bunch, but I was like, I just got one of each, and I kind of wish I did. So, first is the fifth brother, Inquisitor, which was a Walmart exclusive. He's number 168. So we had this Inquisitor. Then we also had the seventh sister. So the Walmart sticker fell off of this one. I gotta get new stickers for it. But you got the seventh sister there, number 167. And then the last one is the Grand Inquisitor, number 166. Look at his eyes, those yellow eyes. So all three of those were Walmart exclusives. Now, the last one that I have, this was a bad boy. So this was a pain to get back then, like a pain. So it was a 2017 Celebration exclusive. So when we went to Celebration, we went Thursday, Friday in Orlando, camped out at Funko both days, and once we got into the booth, both days this one was sold out. So it was shared with Toys R Us, but in my area there was only like 2 Toys R Us's back then. So I got lucky at one and it took forever to find it. But this is the boy, Grand Admiral Thrawn. So this one is a grail. This one is so sought after. The minute in that episode of Mando Season 2 where Ahsoka said, "Where is Grand Admiral Thrawn?" this bad boy shot up. It's ridiculous. And it's only going to get worse when the Ahsoka Show drops and if we see Thrawn in there, or in Mando Season 3 if they mention Thrawn, or if we see him or anything like that. But this one right here, super hard to get. Glad I was able to pick it up for retail at the Toys R Us in Clearwater. So the only one I'm missing from the entire Rebels line, and ironically it's my favorite character ever, is this Darth Maul Smuggler's Bounty Box exclusive. So he's the only one I don't have. So I'm actually stalking on eBay right now, a couple auctions, to see if I could get him for a steal. You know me, I love my deals. So that way I could complete the Rebel set. And like, I mean, it's Maul. I don't know why I don't have it. So working on that right now. So now we're going to get into this article. It's from theinverse.com. So I'm going to put it up on the screen, just a portion of it. And then I'm going to go ahead and read it and we'll get into it. And this is part of the reason why I feel we're going to get a lot of these Rebels Pops next year. And then I have some clips from Celebration I'm going to include too. And that's kind of more reason why we're for sure going to get more Rebels Pops. Now, in this article, they reveal that while the Rebels sequel was in production, the massive success of The Mandalorian made the series shift direction. Now the Ahsoka Show will basically become the now abandoned Rebel sequels fans have been hoping for. However, all hope is not lost. A shift to live action doesn't mean starting over from scratch. And apparently, the Ahsoka series will use scripts from the Rebel sequel. So the plot of these centers around Ezra and Thrawn, who were lost in the Rebels finale. So seeing as Ahsoka was still looking for Thrawn in that episode of Mando Season 2, using these scripts in the continuation of her story makes perfect sense. And it really does, because I did not expect for Ahsoka's live action debut for her to name drop Thrawn. And so basically, the Ahsoka Show will kind of basically just be Rebels Season 5, but live action. And the reason I say that is because at Star Wars Celebration, on the third day, Saturday, there was a Mando Plus panel that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau were hosting, and they brought out everybody from Mando, but then they started talking about the Ahsoka Show. The day we were there, they literally just started shooting for the Ahsoka Show a week ago. So it was literally 7 days of shooting, right? And I was like, man, they're not going to have a trailer. They're not going to show us anything. And Dave brought out a little clip for us, and we were shocked because we didn't expect anything. Like, they literally just started last week, and they already had something for us. So it leaked on YouTube if you wanna see it, but it's not really a trailer. It's just a couple clips, but in those clips, it kind of tells a lot, and that's kind of why I feel we're gonna get more Rebels Pops next year, because a lot of these characters are coming to live action. So the first Rebels Pop I'm predicting that we'll get next year. And I keep saying Rebels Pops because it's the Rebels characters, but they're all going to have the Ahsoka logo on the Funko box. There'll be the Ahsoka Show Pops, but they're basically Rebels, right? So for sure we're gonna get Chopper. I will bet anything that we're gonna get Chopper next year, and I pray they go crazy with him. I pray they have him regular with the rocket flying. I hope they do a 10-inch. I want as much Chopper as possible. And the reason that I feel they're gonna do Chopper next year is he's in the show. They do have the actual Chopper droid, like a life-size version of it. It was actually in Rogue One, so there's a small scene where he's in there, and I'll throw a picture up right now. You can see it on the set. But if you Google Chopper in Rogue One, there's like a deleted footage of him just running around causing a muck, which is hilarious. So he for sure is going to be in the Ahsoka show. So while on stage, Dave Filoni actually brought out Chopper, like from the show, which was amazing. So I'm going to put that clip in right here.
Careful, expensive, careful.
Hey, what's it feel like to have Chopper out here? Chopper.
It's weird. It's weird. Look at that. I need to get back to set, buddy. I got a lot of work to do.
So that was so awesome seeing Chopper like come out on stage. Rosario ran to him right away. Like that was so dope. Then he comes around the stage, and the whole time Filoni was just worried, like, hey, be careful, you're expensive. Like we got to go back to shooting. So dope seeing it. I wish he would have had his little arms coming out, but they didn't show us that. But I'm sure in the show he's gonna do it. That was cool seeing that. So that's why for sure we should get Chopper Pops with the Ahsoka line. And then clearly we're going to get more Ahsokas. Like, it's the Ahsoka show, you got to get Ahsoka. The next thing that we're going to get for sure is more Sabine Wren Pops. So, another cool thing that happened at Celebration, after Chopper came out, a little bit later they were kind of talking about how they casted Sabine Wren, and they said, hey, you guys want to meet her? Everyone freaked out like, yeah, of course. So then the actress that's playing Sabine came out on stage. So I'll throw that clip in right here.
Everyone, please welcome Sabine Wren and
So it was so cool seeing Sabine. She was just so like shocked on how much love that we showed her, and we don't even really know her, and she knows that it's a big role. For sure we'll get more Sabine Pops, like we have to. So I'm sure we'll get some like this without a helmet. We'll probably get some with the helmet. If she has different armor or different hair throughout the show, it'd be cool to get several different Sabines. But safe to say more Sabine Pops are coming out because she's casted and she's in the show. Next, and this one will make a lot of people happy, is we're for sure gonna get Hera Syndulla Pops. So in the little bit of footage that they showed us, one of the scenes, I mean, spoiler alert, but not really, because most people know she's in it, and we don't really see her from the front, but we see someone walking into a cockpit with the brown leather flight jacket, the green Lekus hanging down, and everyone knew right away that that's Hera. Like, we're gonna get live action Hera in the Ahsoka show, which is amazing. So for sure we're gonna get more Hera Pops, and the more the better. I cannot wait. So with that being said, since in the trailer we got Ahsoka, Sabine, Hera, and we're gonna get Chopper, I have a strong feeling that we're gonna get Zeb too. Now I want to say someone said maybe they kind of saw like an arm or like a body, another person in the little bit that we saw, and that it was Zeb. I don't remember because it was so short and so quick, but I mean, it only makes sense, especially if that ship that we saw was the Ghost, which I don't know if it was or is, but if we get the Ghost in live action, And we're already getting Sabine, we're getting Hera, like Zeb. Zeb's probably gonna be there, so good chance that we could see more Zeb pops. And then now this one of two things. So we're for sure gonna get an Ezra pop. Now I don't know how soon we're gonna get it though, because in the Ahsoka show, I think the main part of the show is finding Ezra. So he's not going to be in the first wave. I bet you we won't see Ezra till maybe like the middle of the season, or it could be like at the end. It could be like the finale where she finally finds him. So he wouldn't be in the first wave of Ahsoka Pops, probably the second wave or the second season, depending on what they do with that. But we'll probably get an older version of Ezra, so he'll have, you know, his shorter hair. Maybe he'll have a little beard. So that's going to be cool to see that whenever they do that. But we should be getting more Ezra Pops. Now the last one we should get to, it'll be similar to Ezra, because I don't think they're going to show him right away. And if they do, like, I would love to see him right away first episode. Like, when we see live action Thrawn, that moment's going to break the internet. Like, his name drop on that Ahsoka episode, like, broke the internet. And, like, there was a lot of people who didn't know who Thrawn was. They never watched Rebels. They never read the books. But, like, I kept telling everyone, like, watch Rebels. Read the Thrawn novels. Like, Thrawn is literally going to be the Thanos of the Mandoverse. Like, he's going to be the big bad. They're going to build up him with probably Mando with the Ahsoka show. And it would be sick if it all culminated into, like, a grand finale, like an Heir to the Empire type movie where all these shows are leading up to a big finale in a movie, which would be mind-blowing. But the reason Thrawn is such a savage, this dude is just crazy. So he's not a Jedi, he's not a Sith, he has no force powers, he has no lightsabers, he's not like a big alien, he's just like a regular looking alien dude. But he gets you with his brain. This guy is so smart with his military mindset that he's pretty much always 2-3 steps ahead of you, which is wild. So he plays the game. He's dealt with Emperor Palpatine. He's dealt with a lot. If you don't know much about Thrawn, do your research, because when the Ahsoka show comes out and there's more of him, knowing that backstory, you'll enjoy it a lot more. Like in that Ahsoka episode in Mando Season 2, when they name dropped Thrawn, I jumped up and was screaming, because I was in such shock, because I knew how much of a badass Thrawn is, that I was like, they're doing this? Like, he's coming to live action? He's still alive? Like, so that's pretty much why I feel we're going to get a lot of Rebels Pops next year. So for those of you that are really looking for them, just sit tight, and I would just get the new ones next year. I mean, they're going to look similar, if not potentially better, and they'll be readily available, easy to get versus these older ones. So let me know down in the comments below which one of the current Rebels Pops is your favorite, and which one are you most excited for to see in the Ahsoka show be released from Funko. Because I have a feeling it's going to be a lot, and I hope they take advantage of how a lot of people want these older Rebels Pops, and definitely want more Thrawn Pops, because Thrawn is Thrawn. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.